First in the building. Welcome you all to another installment of CSI where we talk about celebrities, their stunts, and many investigations that's going on. I just want to shout out a couple of folks in the building. Beyonce, what's up, boo? Voodoo, how are you doing? Jonay, thank you for coming. Living my best life. OG, it's good to see you. Bree, ODS, Egyptian goddess. It's good to see you, Miss BB. It's good to see you all. So thank you all for coming and joining us again. So without further ado, I am going to bring some of the best panel co-hosts we have. We have Brianna Simone. We have official D Spot.
Hey everybody, how are you?
What's up, everybody?
Hey y'all, how y'all doing today?
What's up, Mr. Roman?
Lazy. I'm ready to
Get into it. All right, well, because we know we can go forever and for long, we're just going to jump right into some of the celebrity gossip that we got going on out here. All right, first thing I want to talk about is, one second, let me see if I can share the video. So AJ Johnson from Friday, I don't know if y'all remember him. It's funny because a lot of people who didn't really remember him from playing Friday. It's been so long ago, but AJ Johnson passed last week, and so it's been nothing but a pour of love and support that's been given out to him. Recently, his wife went public to state that she hasn't really received any sort of support at all. So you all just check this out. So sad.
Child.
Oh, the videos
won't he Ezel on Friday?
Yeah, everybody know.
How can you forget Ezel?
I don't know who he is. Like everybody,
but it's a lot of people who didn't though. That's the crazy part.
Everybody quote his lines. Like
yeah, and he had previously he literally passed like last month or earlier this month, but she's just now saying that she needed assistance with the funeral, from what I'm understanding. But
sorry, you are. I didn't know the video file was too large for it to be.
What's also sad is that he was just on Judge Mathis getting sued by his nephew.
Oh wow!
And
you can share the screen.
Yeah, I'm about to share the screen. Yeah.
Did he win the case, Bree? Oh damn. I don't know. The way I feel is just like, and this is not being insensitive, while he's queuing up the video. In this day and time, everybody should have some life insurance. Period. Don't leave the burden of your family having to have a fish fry and a GoFundMe and a bake sale to be able to cover your expenses. Now, I don't know. That's all I can say. Like in this day and time, anybody over the age of 18, if you're working, you should be investing into some type of insurance for yourself so that this can be handled. Like,
I did the GoFundMe. There's $700 in there.
Hit your mute.
I mean, I made that clear. I got like another 400. But no, it's like you say. Y'all say y'all love him. Where's the love? Y'all not helping. Like I get the calls or inboxes saying y'all raising money. You trying to? No, we're raising money because I have to pay for this all out of pocket. I'm asking for help, but if I don't get it, it's fine because I'm not leaving my husband in there like that. You know what I mean? We're going to have a service. I'm going to do everything I know he would have done for me. It's just hurtful, like I would not be asking if we had it or we had a policy. Do you know what I mean? Like,
this is sad.
One, it's people that are saying that they're going to give
this
money.
Is sad and embarrassing.
If I just look at it right now, it's all out of pocket. Just to bury him in the funeral services alone would be close to 15. I asked for 20. I mean, I would give the kids, split among the kids, it's 4. But if it's nothing left, it's fine. I want to put him in Rose Hills, but if we don't have the money to do that, we will have the service and I will cremate him. If you guys want to give what they want to give, I would appreciate it. If they don't, that's them. But just please stop the fake love. Please stop the fake calls. Please stop the fake texts. Please. That just for our family. And when I say our family, I mean me, the kids, and the grandkids. Just stop it.
Okay.
Just stop.
All right.
I'm gonna stay busy, and I'm going to work.
All right.
In a couple days. So I'm not gonna worry about this. I apologize.
All right. So what do you all think?
Let me go first. The first thing I want to say is that I do feel like she was being honest in her feelings. I would be distraught as well if, my husband passed and I wasn't able to bury him. But at the same time, actors have it hard. So I think it's kind of crazy because we're in COVID for her to just assume that everybody got money like that to where they can give. But I do want to say shout out to Michael Blackson because I think like the fans either came up with $10,000 and then he matched the $10,000 to give them the $20,000 that she needed to actually go through with the funeral. So shout out to that. But I do think it's a sad situation. Yeah.
Very sad situation. Don't want to come off insensitive when I talk about it, but also shouts out to Rail, the comedian, because I know he put up 4,000 before it became a big thing. He just came up and was like, here, this is what I can afford to do. And he did that. So shouts out to everybody who did come through with that. Now, my only thing is, I don't know his cause of death. That would be interesting to know because I do know there was a situation where if you died during a certain period because of death, you got reimbursed for your money that was spent on your funeral. And I know that from a fact when my grandmother died. It took about 4 months, but we got reimbursed for everything that we paid for her funeral.
Well,
now,
Beyonce said that people told her they sent money and they didn't.
Yeah, now that part, that's what I was just about to touch on. Now that's effed up but everybody knows when somebody dies, you're gonna get all the fake love. Everybody go pull out their old text messages, their old voicemails, and I just talked to them then, and I'm gonna show you the screenshot when you ain't really kept in contact with this person, probably because life and time goes on. Now, while I do feel like no adult working should be without any type of insurance to cover yourself, that's only in a perfect world. And I understand everyone can't always afford it. There are other things that are a little bit more pressing at the time, and you got to take care of it. And I take all of that into consideration. Now, being as though he was an actor, and I don't take away from his acting at all, I just don't know him in a lot of roles outside of the two that I know. Actors get this thing called a SAG card, which is like a union that usually deducts money from what you're making to be able to pay back and cover your expenses at times like this. Now, I don't know if this was a thing of bad management or poor organization, and you know what I'm saying, but it's sad nonetheless. I don't feel that she should be on here. I mean, and I know she's grieving is a part of the process. I don't feel that she should be on here going back at people for not keeping their word at a time like this. That's kitchen table talk. That's fine if you want to say that to the family and everything. We don't need to know about the broken heart, the broken commitments and stuff, unless you're trying to get a little sympathy and payola.
Period. I mean, and it begs the question, like, so once you get the funds for this, what's next? Like, all right, do you go back to being broke, or do you have a plan? Like, for me, I think long term, like, okay, so let's say you get the money to, she was talking about giving 3,000 to the kids, and she's raising 4 to, like, this was her make it all 20,000.
She was saying, like, if there's anything left over, let's give it to the kids.
Right.
That's fine, but that's something that you do with your own legacy and stuff. You don't look for donations to split out and to disperse among, especially in a time like this where people going through their own shit. Like,
completely. Yeah. So so that one, it was a little bit. I thought it was pretty interesting. The fact that, again, like you said, it was a month ago, and now to find out that you haven't even buried this man in where you wanted to. So I thought that was interesting. So let's move on to the next sub here at hand, and it's very.
I'm gonna put Beyonce in timeout. Hold on.
What you doing, Beyonce?
Some of what he said, my neck, my back.
So I don't know if you all been paying attention to Nicki Minaj. Yes, I am a stan. I go hard for Nicki Minaj, but I love to call her out when she's wrong. And so, you know, she's married to Kenneth Petty, and Kenneth Petty has this alleged accuser. And so the alleged accuser broke out, I think earlier this year. She was in a People magazine article, and so now we finally get to see this individual, and this is her first full interview. So I didn't want to play the whole thing because I didn't want to get it, you know, a copyright strike. So I only grabbed a little 15 seconds of it. So I want you all to see this, and then we will chat about it.
Jennifer, have you ever spoken to Nicki directly?
I did in March of 2020. She called me and she said that she got word that I was willing to help them out in a situation. I didn't understand what she was referring to. She offered to fly me and my family to LA. I turned it down, and I told her, woman to woman, this really happened. And I hadn't spoken to her since.
Now, you allege that Nicki and Kenneth were harassing you. In what way?
With them sending people to negotiate numbers as far as money is concerned with family members. And Nicki is the one who personally reached out to me. She's, you know, in regards to helping them in this situation. And
okay, so I just want to play that a little bit. What are you all's thoughts about this?
So I'll start first this time since Bree went first last time.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I'm not a huge Nicki fan. Nicki's cool and all that. I don't know a whole lot about this case, being as though this happened in 1994, before any of us knew who any Kenny Petty or any of that was. We didn't even know who freaking Nicki Minaj was at that point. So I've never personally went back to look at the accusations, the claims, the convictions, anything like that. I feel sorry for this lady, honestly. I know it's been years, but you can't put a time on an emotion, I'll say. And if you listen to the full interview, those 15 seconds show a little bit, but it doesn't show enough for me, because she talked about how the morning that it happened, she said she was on her way to school or whatever. She did a little flirty laugh with him, and then the next thing you know, he was pulling on her, and next thing I know, they was having sex. She was saying, like, the story is real gray as far as like what exactly happened. I'm not here to make her relive that moment, but I just feel like she seems hurt genuinely, I'll say. Her story was very consistent. I don't know if she's been saying in a while, she's been coached, or she's just reliving her experience. But I feel like this man scarred her, hurt her for life. And once Nicki came around, because apparently he was registering as a sexual offender for all these years up until he got with Nicki. Then he just recently stopped registering as a sexual offender, and that's how they got him to where he is now.
In LA, he was still registered in New York, but not in LA.
Okay, but it's just like, I don't know. Now that he's with Nicki and got a little fame on it, I mean, money does change things, so maybe she want to look at that. It leaves me in a position, I can't judge it because I don't know the story, but it's like, I think something definitely went on, and I think that Nicki did try to send her some hush money her way, but it ain't worked or it wasn't enough.
What do you think, Brianna?
You want me to go?
Oh, you want me to go?
No, I'll go. So I, as a woman, always, no matter what, side with the woman, because a lot of times women don't come out and give their story, right? And you all know I'm a Nicki Minaj fan, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. Do I feel like she looking for money? Hell yes. But bitch, if a motherfucker raped me and married Nicki Minaj, bitch, I want a paycheck too. And no 20K gonna do it. My thing is, Nicki Minaj, as a grown woman who has a brother who went to jail for messing with a minor, should have definitely thought twice before getting in a public relationship with this man, because you set yourself up for this type of
scrutiny or whatever you want to call it.
So it's like, Nicki, like at the end of the day, as much as I love you, you set yourself up to be in this position. So
basically, she guilty by association. Is that what you're saying?
Period.
Okay.
Double times.
Right. So she like legacy with this. Like she grew up with it and then she married into it. Okay.
Period. So it's like, Nicki, pay the girl, pay her whatever she want. I would, if I was Nicki, I would have been like, listen, ma'am, I know I'm finna marry this man, but I'll give you $5 million to just go away. Give her $5 million and go away. That's enough. If the dick that good, give her $5 million, make her sign some papers, and go away. Cause I'm pretty sure Nicki was trying to give a lady $20K, $30K. No, give her $5 million. How much would it take you to go away for life?
Depending on the person, 10% of their earnings.
I was gonna say it's gonna have to be a reoccurring event like
this. Right, it's gonna be a percentage.
This ain't a one and done type situation, bitch. I'm scarred. So Roman, I want to hear your opinion since you are a true Nicki fan.
Yeah. One, I know the chat about to go. The chat about to blaze on me. So let's go.
You've been getting blazed all day. Go ahead.
All right. Well, one, I absolutely take into account people who are victims of sexual assault, who are rape victims. I believe that wholeheartedly. I believe there are people who out here who do that. However, I think when you are truly a victim of it, you understand the right way to go about sharing your story and getting help. Now, if you are on a path of, I just want him arrested, or you're not coming out here sharing your story, creating evidence so people can use this in a court of law for you, you're quiet. You may be talking to a counselor. I think after there's charges brought, is this my mic?
You sound good to us.
Okay. After charges are brought, you can write a book, go on TV shows, but you literally are like actively going through this, and you're now out here being public about it. There's so many other things that can come up. Any attorney would tell you, shut up. What are you doing? So for me, I feel like it's a money grab. I feel like if she was, this is not the right way to go about it unless you want some money. Think about it. There's tons and millions of girls who have been sexually assaulted by men who are famous and celebrities. We just don't hear about it because they've been paid or they've dealt with the situation the right way. So why has she moved it up so far? If Nicki Minaj was trying to reach out to you to give you a bag, why didn't you accept it? And if you didn't want a bag, you just want justice. So going on the real is the way you get justice. Like, I'm not understanding.
I don't fault her for using the platform to get her voice out there.
To tell you have been raped. There is not a correct way to tell you have been raped. But what I'm saying is that I don't think that the common Joe Schmo female who has been raped has sought out, who wants a bag or don't want a bag, has sought out to come out the way she did. For crying out loud, she went to a YouTuber, y'all. I mean, she went to a YouTuber to try to get this story out. To me, it sounds like you're just grabbing at anything.
But hold on. If you're fighting up against Nicki Minaj, don't you think you're gonna have to go up against you're gonna have to pull anywhere you can to get anything you can? Now, I will give it to the real. They are coming up.
So yeah, well, that's the thing. My thing is, why are you fighting against Nicki Minaj? What do you want? What does this girl want? She want him in jail? Like, what is it you want? If you want him in jail, let the court do its thing. She
don't want to see him out here living his best life, not even registering as a sexual offender like he's supposed to, like every other person who's been committed of a sexual crime like that, not just acting like nothing is occurring at all. And she's sitting at home while he living her life. I don't know. It's a sticky situation.
So. And Fifi TV, I understand victim shaming, and that's why I said in a couple of videos a long time ago is that what she's doing is actually counterintuitive, because it always makes it hard for the next person to come along and claim that same thing when she moves like this. You always got to be mindful of how you move.
My thing is this: Nicki Minaj didn't come with a big enough bag for her.
Period. This is about a bag.
But they've been
There's no way.
disturbing, like the comment said.
It's the bag she deserves.
That lady said that they've been sending money to her family to try to get stuff and try to get people to book conversations to her friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they put her in a position where she ain't even safe. You can't trust your family now because you don't know if they out to really listen to you to see what's going on or if they just trying to sell a story to the tabloids. Like,
yeah, I honestly wanted to believe that this was like a legit. She would have been paid off. It would have been done with, but it seems like this is gaining more traction as we continue to go on. That interview is deep. I advise you all to go listen to it because she did a lot of crying and she told her story. And I've read the story, but I never got to see it actually from her mouth. So
did the real pay her?
we'll never know.
I'm sure she got paid.
But I thought on most shows they get appearance fees or anything anyway. But I think it's a sad situation. I pray for her peace. Because I know her mind's got to be all over the place trying to fight against a millionaire and shit like that. That can't be easy at all. And I don't know, just my heart's out to her on this. But
so I want to respond to this one comment, then we can move to the next one. Yogi 911, that is what you are doing, King Roman. What the victim is doing is actually brave. I am so disappointed that you think this is just about money. Well, the reason I think it's about money is because when we oftentimes look at situations like this that are so blown up in the media, a lot of that is brought out of the fact that there's no claim for money. There's some transaction that either transpired or hasn't transpired. So for me, that's what I'm looking for. And if you could absolutely be right, I might not see it, and she might actually be a victim of rape, but what I'm saying from what I've seen and how I feel about this particular situation, I feel like I need to see more. I need to hear more. Maybe I need to hear a conversation from Petty, Kenneth Petty, on what actually happened, what transpired, so that way I can put both sides.
I've never heard him speak.
That's why I'm saying, like, for me, I just want to be able to like pull, make sure not, and it's not for me. I'm not justifying this for me. I hope she gets what she wants and what she's looking for. And I hope that, I just don't want this to come off as if they settle out in court and she gets a bag and this is all done.
And to top it all, I don't think Nicki should be hosting no reunion show for the Housewives, bitch. Go deal with your own drama.
I want her to host a reunion. Shut up. How about
you want her to after all of this?
How about you worry about Wendy Williams not drinking? How about you worry about that? You did a cuss me out.
Hey, yo, I'll be live after this Dragon Brie, y'all. Look.
All right. That's very touchy. So let's move on to the next one.
Why you want to make us cry? Not a funeral, not rape. What you got next?
Baby. So this next one I want to talk about is Karen Civil. I don't know if you all have. Why I can't share my screen? Oh, I got to get rid of one. So I don't know if you all have heard recently about Miss Scammer, the scammer herself,
who tied to Nicki Minaj as well.
And it's so sad. It's like, baby, what are we doing? Do you not check these people before they come into your realm? So we have Karen Civil, and I don't know if anybody knows about Karen Civil, but she is heavy in the industry. A lot of people, they call her the fix-it woman. One story I was reading was that Meek Mill had a video out about him beating on a female. Allegedly, there was a video that was out of him putting his hands on a female, and the female and I guess Meek went to Karen Civil and asked her to hold the victim or leak the victim. So now a whole bunch of other folks are coming out. So we have this organization that's recently just come out to talk about how she scammed them out of $41,000. So she has this organization called Live, and she was going to donate $41,000 to this charity in Haiti to build a playground. And so she had told them that she wanted to fly there. She wanted to do this big setup. And at this point, she never gave them no money, y'all. She gave them nothing, no $41,000. But she wanted them to have a check blown up of the $41,000. She wanted to have her photographer out there, and she wanted the kids to take off the shirts of the organization, put on her shirts for her organization for the photo op. And this lady just decided, and as you can see, the Live Civil check. So the lady decided to blast her out. Like, you see the Live Civil, this was all supposed to be of the charity. And she posted all on social media as if it was her charity, but they actually ended up paying for her flight to come. So with all of that is said, what do you think?
Scamming 101.
Period.
That's
Period.
it.
I think
Wasn't she the same one that hacked into Jason Lee stuff?
yeah, she hacked into Hollywood Unlocked 2 years ago, and I think they leaked that out on the Clubhouse recently. They played on Clubhouse how she scammed also Joyner Lucas, who was an artist. He paid her $60,000 to market him at a time in his life where he had no money and he just had a child. And she said that she did nothing, and allegedly what she said was she was behind the scenes working deals out and promos for him, and it takes money. Sound like a whole scam to me.
Sounds like a very intricate scam to me. Like it was very well thought out and executed.
Child. And the thing is, Jason Lee a motherfucker scammer too. His big nose, wide shaped scoops, Patrick's shaped head ass. Listen, Karen. You need to go call Olivia Pope. Karen, they wore your ass out. Clubhouse ain't been lit since 2020, bitch.
Okay.
And Clubhouse was over there jumping.
Dragging her. They had two different threads dragging her though, like at the same time. And I used to rock with Jason Lee so hard on Clubhouse. Like every room and panel he was in, just because it was fun. And he used to let me on a panel or whatever. But I don't know, it's something weird about him. You can see he's in it all about the money too, and he's definitely a whole different person, physically and mentally. T-Mac said Jason Lee skinny now.
I think what I'm most shocked about Karen Civil is the fact that she is maintaining. So she's like coming out defending herself. She got a statement for every freaking thing. She's coming out saying that it ain't her fault. It's not, she did what she was supposed to do. She did her job. I just don't see Karen Civil being canceled in the industry for some reason. I feel like she has a lot of dirt.
Or you a scammer?
Huh?
Say that one more time.
How she gonna call herself Karen Civil and she a scammer?
And she's a whole scammer too. And we ain't talking little dollars. She's out here telling people, "You give me $60,000 and I blow your career up." I'm thinking like, you got to be dumb to think she could do that. Her client list has decreased. I just feel like even with the Nicki Minaj and Ra Ali situation, she was bordering line playing the fence between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj at the time it was convenient for her. And then Ra Ali and Nicki get into it, and she kind of falls by the wayside, carrying herself. So it's like, it's real interesting to watch this young lady tarnish her own entire brand. I want to make sure I go back to this, and I know we move on, but I want to address this. Really, BTV says,
before you address it, close that other screen because I think it's interfering with your audio.
Okay. We here?
Yeah, it sounds
okay. Better. So I wanted to just address this so that we can move on all together collectively and peacefully. Everybody having their own opinions of how they look at situations and handle situations. So Really BTV says, stop telling victims how to be victims. She can speak if she wants to speak anywhere she wants to speak. And I'm not telling her that she can't speak anywhere she wants to speak. As you said, she can speak wherever she wants to speak. What I'm saying is that I feel as if there needs to be more to this story told. I think that if there is an opportunity for Kenneth Petty to share his story, I think he should be allowed to share what happened as well. That's just simply me saying I want to know more about what happened. That's not me saying that she is not telling the truth. She's lying. I have no skin in the game. I don't get paid from no one. Nicki Minaj don't pay me. Fifi TV, he pleaded guilty. He's guilty. So every 113 people in the chat, Kenneth Petty pleaded guilty. She went on TV to talk about her experience and what happened to her in that situation. My only thing is that if this is not about a bag and he got whatever he got, why also continue on doing shows? That's the only thing. You all have told me in the chat because she needed to share her story and she's brave. So that's cool. I get that. Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is Wendy Williams. Y'all all know what's happened with Wendy Williams. It's for me, I always say the same thing over and over with Wendy Williams. Every time she has a premiere of her TV show, something happens. Leg, her eye, she needs to daughter, it's something. And so now Wendy Williams was released. I think she was released on Monday from the hospital, and I ain't heard it. Is there court? She was released from the hospital on Monday, and there's this picture of her in the courtroom actually coming out in a wheelchair. And I guess apparently somebody asked her cab driver what's been going on, and he said that she's been drinking heavily every day. And so I instantly, and I'm trying to pull up Daily Mail where it came from, and I instantly said, "Well, there goes Wendy's problem. She's getting drunk again." That's what it is. Wendy is probably depressed. I really do. I think she's depressed. I think she did not expect that her world would have taken such a turn like this. Vaping.
I'm not laughing at Wendy. I'm laughing at ODS.
I can't believe he brought this picture up here of her vaping.
Move her comment so they can see his face.
Oh.
How dare you put her out here like this during this time?
Baby,
I hadn't even seen the little vaping picture before.
Yes, I know she's suffering Graves' disease, but I also feel like some of her alcoholism has came
not alcoholism.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what said she had fell out.
And Kevin Hunter was online laughing about it.
Yes.
Calvin.
Yes. Like, what is your thoughts about this, ODS? Do you think that like Wendy Williams is sick, or do you think that it's one of them?
So I think, all right. So it's always been known that Wendy has had a problem with with displaying and relaying her emotions. She can talk about everybody else under the sun, but when it comes to her, she's had a habit of hiding it, and she puts it off on that's how her mother raised her, which I believe it. You know what I'm saying? You don't let people see you sweat. You fake it till you make it type vibe. Now, what's going on right now with her? Wendy is still going through that grieving process because you can't rush it. And it literally has been this year. It ain't like it was last year or some shit like that. She lost her mother unexpectedly. The finally coming to terms and separating herself from her husband, aka her master, like, I mean, that took a lot out of her. She's been brainwashed for over 20 plus years.
Did she leave him or he left her?
She, from what I'm understanding, she left him. Once she went to the sober house, because she found out that he had put the baby out there.
Right.
Oh,
Which she already knew about all of that. That was fine. Just don't disrespect home. Like her mama raised her. He can do all the street dirt he want in the streets. Just don't let it come back home.
right.
Once he had a baby on her, and it became like real deal, because Sharina name ain't just recent. They've been talking about this shit. Like they had a long ongoing relationship.
Since they was on the radio.
Yeah, living down the street from her. Like, you know what I'm saying? So she was fine with the relationship, partnership, whatever it was, as long as he didn't embarrass her. As long as when she needed him for photo ops, he's there. As long as when she's walking into that studio, he's by her side. You can go home to her every night if you want to, but you better be by me in the morning. Like, that's where she fucked up at, because she gave him too much control from the beginning. And from there, she lost it. And at this point right now, she does not know how to live alone. She does not know how to be alone. She does not know how to run her own life. This lady don't even know how to use her phone to do fucking social media. Like, it's really sad is what it is. And I'm actually glad that this is her last season that's already I don't think they're gonna renew her after this. And I mean, for her health, the way it's looking,
They got Nick Cannon.
yeah, this is her last season anyway. She was only renewed up until 2023, and this was because they do it at 4 years at a time or whatever. But she, like, once her and him split, I felt like it was going in a different direction anyway. Never did I ever think it would be where it is now, to the point where she's not even stable enough to be herself and doing herself. I will say her legs don't look as big as they usually do with the lymphedema. They look good, and people, you always want to brag on and get on her about that. But I pray for her. I know I've never been an addict of anything but smoking weed.
She doesn't look well enough to even be on a season, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, like, she wouldn't make this season. Yeah, like, she looks bad off. But I pray that she can get the help that she needs and get her fucking life before it's too late. She need to go ahead and do the retirement thing. Her dad is out there now that the mom ain't there. Go live with your dad. Y'all go cruise, do the world, live your life. Like, you didn't already set the grounds for the drama and shit. Somebody else can pick it up.
I definitely don't think she's getting her show renewed. Period. She's too much of a risk. Who wants to go through every season? Are we doing it? Are we not? Are we doing
Voodoo,
it?
her legs being constantly swollen are from it's a disease called lymphedema where her joints actually swell. She's already said herself that she literally sits in this machine that's like a vacuum thing with her legs like an hour every night to reduce the swelling, but it doesn't go. I mean, it's not going to go away or whatever. It's going to still be there. But that's that rich people shit. So, but yeah, I still love Wendy. I still rock with her. I've been to her show 2 times. If she was coming back this season, I would definitely be there for my last and final show. But I hope that she pulls through, because that'll be something to see her like.
I want to say this. To me, this is an example of what you put out into the world comes back to you. And it kind of like makes me like, that's why I always walk a certain line. Like, I'll go gutter with you, but I'm never gonna go a certain place, because I definitely feel like the energy that you put out into the world comes back to you. And this is so sad, because you never want to see someone go through such a decline. And I don't know, it's very sad. Why you guys doing this sad shit today? Every story you done brought up.
In the news. I'm sorry. It's so I know. It's sad. You're right about that, because we say all this stuff right now. You made me really think about this though. We say all this stuff, and even I joke about the fact that she's alcoholic. But if anything was to happen to Wendy Williams, I would be devastated. I would be very, very hurt.
I'm not going to work that day, I can promise you.
I would be very, very hurt. I would think about all of those moments where
FMLA like a motherfucker.
But it's like, what do we do to, like, what else do you do? They don't, she's at a point where she's doing what she's gonna do. It doesn't even, at this point, it's like, all right, Wendy, I guess this is the way it goes.
I just wish I could be her friend. I wish I could get with her. She ain't gotta smoke or drink. I'll keep you happy. We'll tour the world and do some shit. Like, Wendy, holla at me.
If she doing all this and that, you ain't gonna have sex?
No, ma'am. No, thank you.
Roman, would you have sex
with Wendy?
Is she taking care of you, giving you all your desires, traveling you all around the world, taking care of all your bills? All you gotta do is be her partner.
If I could have a nigga on the side, yes.
Okay.
I would definitely be her beard. I would show up. I would play the part. I would dip it and flip it. I will wrap her, wash her legs on
the side though.
But I gotta have a piece on the side. I gotta have a guy on the side. I gotta be.
You ain't gonna have no subscribers left by the time this is over.
I know. I'm sorry. They looking like what? Y'all listen.
She just wants some cuddling. She don't even want nothing. She just want to cuddle, I think, at this point.
No, she wants some dick.
I do. She really just wants some attention. She really does. I feel like she wants to be hugged and loved on.
I be seeing Wendy hugged up with all different men.
Cause she's trying, like, she's screaming for help. Like,
It's too late though. People do this all the time, every day. They be a worse version of themselves because it's successful, and then when they wither away and get tired, they expect all that love to be coming back. And it's like, well, how do we give it back to you? We're so used to you being rough and mean with us. Should I hug you or should I punch you? You'd be like, right, you want to hug her and then beat him in the head. Like, what? So I don't know. It's just all sad. We are going to stay tuned to this story. Her son actually say he wasn't going to the hospital. Everyone's saying he's showing her some tough love. I think her son has some issues his own self, but that's for
some of his own issues.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, we gotta talk about this. So Jelani Day, they actually found his body in the river, in the ocean, I think.
Oh, I just saw that earlier today. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they just issued charges for they issued a warrant for the what's her name? The other vulgar boyfriend. They just issued charges for
the one whose girlfriend body remains just turned up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Gabby and them.
Yeah, Gabby. Yeah, they just issued charges.
I am just Peachy just said, does anyone know the story behind her and DJ Booth, why they aren't friends any longer? Also, why he's not on the show.
She did he say something about she on drugs?
So I thought it was he was spilling too much tea. She invited him to one of her little flings or whatever, and he wasn't feeling it. And from there, like shit went left. That's what I was hearing. But
yeah, she was trying to come on to him. She knew he got a whole something. And I think it went a little too far. I think he told her no. I think it was on a bad thing, and it just fell apart from there. Next thing you know, he's not. She got a new DJ. So that next day, what does he do? I'm going on air and exposing everything. I'm telling you,
but you see, he ain't exposed nothing yet, right?
Because there was nothing to expose. Like there was nothing for him to expose.
No, it's nothing to expose. But if he exposed her, he's gonna expose himself.
Right, and she gonna sue his ass.
That non-disclosure agreement. That's what I was saying. Ain't nothing for him to expose.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is Jelani Day you are for who was looking for what Brianna was talking about.
Wasn't he a college student?
Yeah, he was gonna be a doctor.
Yeah, Illinois State University. Yeah.
I wonder what happened with that.
I'm gonna have to do a crime story on this one. All right. Do
you think it was some hazing type shit?
Could be.
See, I said that we have the good news. That's some good news for us right here. We got 2 pregnancy announcements in the room.
Yes. I won. Congratulations, Cash Doll.
Cash Doll is knocked up.
Cash Doll
and she was just on the reel today. And she was on the reel, but she was Skyping in or whatever. You couldn't even tell she was pregnant. Like, I was like, why she looks so? She was literally sitting up in the room with her bubble jacket on, or like with a windbreaker jacket on, just chilling. But yeah, she popped out to let everybody know that she's coming through with a baby bump, as well as Miss Jenna Mai.
Well, they said they found his body September 4th, but didn't identify him until today.
Whoa, that's a wow. We don't know how decomposed the body was. Maybe I don't know. Oh, he was already a member of the Divine Nine.
Y'all got me. I'm over here looking at the story. Cash Doll. I'm glad she's pregnant.
Rihanna is not pregnant. She's
She's definitely not pregnant. After she was walking through snacks backstage the other day.
Yeah, but
with that white one.
But JT pregnant.
By what?
Yeah, she's pregnant by Tracy.
Hurt.
By who?
Tracy.
She let the red Uzi put. Oh.
And then we have Mrs. Jenna Mai, which I think they're such a cute couple.
Her pregnancy picture is cute. Now, her situation has caused a lot of controversy due to the fact that she was previously married to a white man. Now, if you've ever watched The Real, Jenna Mai want anything but a white man laying up next to her.
No white man.
She made that very clear, abundantly clear, overly clear over the years. Like, she literally would sit up there, and when black males would come on the show, she would literally throw herself at them. Like, she would be enamored. Like, what's the word?
And then
but like literally, when black men would come on there, and she once made a fucking statement that said, if I wasn't married, I would. They used to play that stupid ass game, marry such and such and such and such. And she literally, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Jeezy was one of them people that she said, like when they show you their crush, I always thought that was the messiest part of their segment. Like, because how you gonna be married in relationship stuff and you can say who your crush is or who you would let bang or something like that. Like, but yeah, their situation, she didn't want no kids with that man. I think it's gonna be like that for a lot of people. You might just turn 30 like last Friday or whatever, but in 10 years, you might meet the man of your dreams. In 6 years, and after 4 years of y'all chilling, you might want to say, hey, I want to get pregnant at 42 or at 40, and I want to have a baby. Like, it can happen, Brie.
I'm good.
But I do think it was kind of fucked up. I know her ex-husband is looking at her like, you bitch, you wanted black dick the whole time. Like, you fucking whore, you wouldn't get pregnant for me, and we did all this dramatics and such and such and such. And I mean, I'm sorry to hear, but she said in the People article that she did have a miscarriage. When they got married, she was pregnant apparently, and she had a miscarriage shortly thereafter that.
I just feel like, girl, if you wanted some black dick, just say that.
She did.
The Sims overdose. I swear to God, I ain't pregnant. I promise.
So, Bree, not even by mistake, on accident.
If it was by mistake on accident,
right, Fifi, that man is already remarried and got a baby.
I'll just go on Bears Avenue.
And then, of course, Brianna, the whole internet thinks
so
that this lady.
Congratulations to these ladies and their pregnancies.
Congratulations.
So the internet thinks that JT of the City Girls is pregnant, and clearly she's not. But this picture was posted on.
So, Brie, where did you confirm that she is?
Because she had put on her Instagram. You see that little band? That's to stop the morning sickness. And then she deleted it. Once everybody was like, girl, you pregnant? And then when she was walking on stage, you could see the bump. She's
she definitely thick as hell in the midsection.
Oh, yeah, she thick.
Because when you got that fake ass and you get pregnant, it looked like you got a belly in the front and the back. Like,
I plan on messing with nobody in the month of September, October, November, or December.
Y'all think she's pregnant?
What you mean? She's very pregnant.
Demetrius said bump Jeezy and the Angel.
Dang on Lil Uzi Vert. That would make me mad. Are you kidding me?
Get mad.
Are you, Brianna, for real? You would think that she would do it with Little Uzi Vert?
She love him. That's her man.
She might as well just give up on relationships.
He was beating up his ex-girlfriend and she stuck beside him. The fuck? He
went to jail. Uzi Vert fighting women?
Yes, Beyonce.
No.
Oh, no. That was the sister. That was not the sister. That was Young Miami.
That was Carisha.
I'm upset about Lil Uzi Vert.
Did y'all see? I like to call her Mass Face, but Ari Fletcher. Did y'all see her give
that land?
Yeah, 28.8 acres of land. He got some good dick.
That was a good gift. Like
she be giving him real good gifts. I believe that man got some good dick.
I agree. I definitely do.
Land, bitch.
Brie, would you give your man 28.8 acres if he has some good?
I ain't never had dick that good.
Me either.
Oh, girl.
Now, where is this land located?
I think it's in Tennessee.
Okay, not bad. Now, Tennessee just had a shooting at Kroger today. Like, I just saw it on the news a few minutes ago. Like, several people got shot in a Kroger grocery store. It was crazy. Prayers to
Yeah.
anybody who's in the line of the tropical storm as well. Somebody dropped down in my chat earlier. I think A Petty mess and said that they was driving and they had to pull over because of the storm or whatever. So if anybody in that, huh?
Where the tropical storm at? Demetri,
It's called. I think it's Nicholas or something. Sam.
If I had to think of who gonna give me good dick out of G Herbo and Moneybag Yo, I'm gonna go with Moneybag Yo.
I was gonna say Moneybag.
Moneybag got that ghetto dick. Mm-hmm.
And so you up for the ghetto?
Got that eating ramen noodles raw dick.
Ooh.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I just don't want to have to buy no ramen noodles.
He don't get reduced lunch. He get free lunch. Dick. That. Mm-hmm. That.
Oh, see, yeah. So, Tory Lanez. Last one, y'all. Tory Lanez, social media reacts to him allegedly stunting that he's going to jail. I'm getting so sick of Tory Lanez. I really am. I'm starting to come to know his antics more than his music. Because today he had to go to court, and I didn't know this, but he had hit and run. And they said that he's facing 22 years. So my thing is that he posted this picture on social media. He tweeted, "It's been real." He got rid of all his pictures on his page, except for the videos. But he's still on social media. So is he going to jail? Is he not going to jail? What is Tory Lanez doing? You know, this is called free promo. This is called clout chasing. Now, this is clout chasing. I know a man facing 22 years in court gonna be sitting out here doing all of this, redecorating their page, like company about to come over, like you about to expect the album or you finna drop a project. So, what do you all think about Tory Lanez? And do you think
this is giving me? You play with fire, you're gonna get burnt. Teased. You keep playing with these people, you keep putting yourself in situations. Why these people can't learn from Chris Brown? Chris Brown went through his stages of fucking up. You know what Chris Brown decided? You know what? I'm tired of fucking up. I'm just going to do my drugs in peace. We don't hear about Chris Brown. We don't see Chris Brown. Go in y'all houses and sit the fuck down.
Can we leave VA out of this, please? Thank you.
Was he driving or someone used his car? No, I think he was driving. Like
the whole Tory Lanez Meg thing is like, it's so drawn out. Like, if y'all don't care, y'all ass in the courtroom and just get this shit over with now. Because we just keep hearing sprinkles and sprinkles. We still ain't got the full story of what the fuck happened that night. What went on? Why the fuck was he shooting? Why the fuck she tried to lie and say he won't shooting? Like,
no, I don't. I still feel like now this is another one where I don't want to be falsely accusing anyone, but I do think there's two sides to this story. Absolutely. Any final thoughts on anything tonight, Brianna and D Spot?
So I think the R. Kelly trial has come to a conclusion, right? Do y'all think that he's going to get guilty, not guilty, or is the jury going to be hung?
Well, he's definitely not hung. I think he's will definitely be found guilty on some things. Now, what that's going to mean for him, I don't know. Like, even if he is guilty and he don't come out, like, does that change anything? We haven't seen R. Kelly in how long now?
Nah, I think R. Kelly can make a comeback.
Come back to what?
He could make music.
Okay.
It's
he can make music for other people. I don't want to hear him sing anything.
It's one R. Kelly song that is gonna stand the test of time, and that's Forever. It's just like when you listen to that song, I don't know who he was singing to. Whew, but
what song?
Forever. It's called Forever.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sad part about this case is that he is for life going to be in court because if he's acquitted in New York, he's going to go to another court. I mean, there's going to be another state that's going to bring him up on charges. So he's going to forever be brought up on charges. This is going to haunt him for the rest of his life.
Somebody said I want a few bands from McDonald's.
he's banned from the
All right.
You know what? I think too many folks up in lies. He might actually get time served. No one in this chat listen to any R. Kelly music secretly. Who you playing? I was playing "Step in the Name of Love," the Black Chocolate Love version, the other day.
I don't play it myself, but if it comes on, if I'm feeling it, I'll still dance and stuff.
Good record, Black folks will.
All the time, I will play an R. Kelly song, as if like I'm trying to set the mood for like the atmosphere of my home. Like if I just want to have like a certain type of vibe. But I ain't gonna go to no R. Kelly album when I'm taking a shower. No.
Not in this day and age. Okay, well that it concludes tonight's Chizzy chat. Next week we are at Brianna Simone's.
No, we're not.
No, where we at?
Check back chat. Look, my place.
We at ODS. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
we at ODS spot next week 7:00. Be there, beware.
And hopefully we don't be on no sad shit.
I ain't bringing no sad stories next week, y'all. I'm gonna try to. If y'all see something, hey yo, so I'm gonna put this for everybody. This goes for all three of us as content creators. If y'all see an interesting story and you want us to bring it that week between Monday through Wednesday, we try to keep it fresh with the week that it is. Hit us up with a comment under one of our videos or something, and just say, hey, check out this story or something. Give us let us know what you want to hear about or what you see in stories you want to hear our opinions so that we can take a look into them. We do put a little bit of research into it. We don't just come on here and just do it. It might seem like that, but we actually come together and talk about what we're going to discuss and make sure that it's all good. But yeah, Cash Doll just announced that The Sims. King Roman, congratulations on your 1K. You finally got your community board and all that stuff.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome to the beef sector. Hey, shouts out to you, Breed, the mods, and everybody in the room. I enjoyed the show tonight. Thank you.
Me too. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for joining us again tonight. Again, we'll see you all next week on ODS's channel at 7 p.m. for another episode of CSI. Please don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Thank you all for the congratulations. I will see you all in the streets. And until next time, deuces.